Well, the Equal Rights Amendment is making headlines once again. House Democrats have unveiled a resolution that would formally make the ERA part of the Constitution. But Republicans say it is not needed and will instead promote the Democrats' pro-abortion agenda. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us more with today's hearing. Erik.
Well, good evening, Tracy. Here's a little history lesson for our viewers. And back in 1972, Congress passed the Equal Rights Amendment, giving states 10 years to adopt it into their own constitutions. Now, 2 years ago, the state of Virginia actually became the 38th state to ratify it, but it happened too late, according to Congress. So now what lawmakers are planning to do is hold hearings to do away with the deadline and permanently make it part of the U.S. Constitution. But pro-life lawmakers and organizations say, hold on.
What the Equal Rights Amendment actually does, though, is take away key protections for women when it comes to their ability to compete in sports or even sex-specific spaces like locker rooms, bathrooms, and prisons.
Wearing T-shirts emblazoned with "Stop Erasing Us," Emma Waters with the Heritage Foundation warns passing the ERA would open the door to unrestricted abortions.
So New Mexico actually passed a state-level equal rights amendment, and in 1998, their Supreme Court not only ruled that this provided a right to an abortion, but it actually provides a right to taxpayer-funded abortions, which would go even further than what Roe v. Wade did.
So I asked Judiciary Committee Chair Senator Dick Durbin, a Catholic, about this.
Some conservatives are concerned that it will open up the door for abortions, but...
I've been through this for decades, literally decades. Initially, it was the fear of one bathroom for men and women, and it just drove people to distraction. It never happened.
But Senate Pro-Life Caucus Chair Cindy Hyde-Smith says women are already protected by the 14th Amendment, and the ERA would open the door to abortion rights.
And instead re-empower unelected judges to impose a radical abortion policy that is in line with China and North Korea.
Hawaii Senator Mazie Hirono says the ERA should have been ratified years ago.
If the ERA had been in effect, perhaps the Supreme Court would have had to pause before doing away with protections for under Roe, because they would be discriminating against pretty much a gender-specific medical procedure.
Back in 2020 and 2021, House Democrats passed a resolution to remove the ERA ratification deadline. Now, it did pick up some Republican support, but it failed in the Senate because Republicans were concerned about it opening the door to laxer abortion laws. Now, the same holds true for today. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.